Turn on your notification bell. You will still get those information you are looking for. Thank you.
Anglican bishop criticized heavily for kneeling down for a governorship candidate. That's in Enugu State. An Anglican bishop, Right Reverend Onyeka Onya, he is the bishop of the Nike Diocese in Enugu State. This bishop has come under heavy criticism owing to his how he knelt down to a governorship candidate in Enugu State, the People's Democratic Party governorship candidate in Enugu State. That's Mr. Mba. So this incident happened during a Thanksgiving service in honor of the former Minister of Power and former Vice Chancellor of University of Nigeria, Professor Chinedu Nebo, or Venerable Professor Chinedu Nebo. And so, Mr. Mba, that's the governorship candidate of the PDP in Enugu State, was said to have arrived late during the church service and opted to sit at the rear part of the church, as someone who came late. He stayed at the back. And now the bishop approached him and pleaded that he relocates to the front row. But this governorship candidate declined. He said he prefers staying at the back since he came late to the service. But they said the bishop continued to beg him by kneeling down to see if he can sway him to come to the front row. But they said the governorship candidate insisted that Mr. Mba insisted that he must stay at the back. So now the priests, who were bewildered by the actions of their bishop, they said they came to pull their bishop up. Particularly the chaplain and the other congregants said they were seen pulling their bishop up. And so many people have been criticizing the bishop for this, particularly the Anglican faithfuls. They describe the action of the bishop as a total debasement of the office of a bishop. And so these are the things we have been talking about happening in Nigeria, particularly in the eastern part of the country. They have actually allowed materialism to creep into the church. The church. So if a bishop who's supposed to preach to the people to be contentment, that's the message of Christianity, contentment, asceticism, a life devoid of hedonistic tendencies. That is it. Hedonism. They're supposed to be preaching against it, but they are the one practicing hedonism. That's these church leaders. They dive into all manner of, material acquisition. Otherwise, why would a bishop be kneeling down in his own church? Assuming the man was even in government house, it would be better, appreciated, though there's no excuse for that, because this in the realm of the society, the spiritual outweighs the physical. In the realm of society, the way operates. So kneeling down to a governorship candidate, not even a governor, is debasing indeed. It's debasing, honestly speaking. And so it has gone a long way to show that our religious leaders are the major or part of the problem we are facing in the eastern Nigeria, particularly the Christian leaders. Imagine kneeling down to a candidate of a political party because of pecuniary things, or because of what? Because there's no other thing that will make him to kneel down, if not that he wants some, some porridge of yam, or some yam porridge. That's the only way, that's the only reason this man can kneel down for a gubernatorial candidate. He needs financial, financial attention. He wants that is because there's no other thing. So people who are supposed to preach to the congregants, to live a life of asceticism, wherein as a Christian you will be frugal. As a Christian, you don't live a life flamboyantly. But these are the things they prefer. They yearn for this kind of life. Oh, they want to fly private jets. The man needs financial attention. He needs it. He wants financial attention. That is it. Otherwise, he wouldn't have made it into such a debased situation and circumstance. So this is what they are doing. If the bishop or if a governor comes to their church, they will change the topic. They will start singing praises. Tell me that bishop in the southeastern Nigeria or in the inter-eastern Nigeria, with particular reference to eastern Nigeria, I want to particularize on eastern Nigeria now. Tell me that bishop that will see a governor and will talk through to the governor and say, look, Your Excellency, what you are doing is not good in this direction, in this regard. Please change. Please change. In this direction, people are crying. In this direction, people are not happy with you. Stop the killings. Stop embezzling people's resources. Create employment. The youths are not happy. They are idling away. Poverty impoverishing the people. So tell me the bishop, whether of the Catholic or Anglican or the Pentecostal churches, that will be bold enough to tell the governor who came to his church or visited him the truth. All they demand is financial attention. They want to get the attention of the governor. Financial attention, we're talking about, not just attention, but financially. They want to get attention financially. And that is what is happening. And that's why the country is in tatters, it's in shambles. Nothing is moving. Those that society have entrusted, I said, look, these people, at least, they can speak on our behalf. As the Christian leaders, as men of God, they're supposed to be fearless and bold. They can help us to direct and redirect these leaders, because we have said it, the spiritual in this part of the world outweighs the physical. So the leaders at the political level, they come to the spiritual leaders to take direction. So when they come, what do you tell them? When they come to your church, what do you tell them? You kneel down and beg them to come and take the front seat. Whereas in the scripture, the Bible said it. You shouldn't allow someone who comes late and to come to the front seat and sit. Let people be given their due honor and respect as human beings. Equal. Nobody is greater than any other person. It's equal opportunity. The scripture make emphasis on that. So look, we must be given attention as equal. We are all equal before God. There's no governor, there's no president. We are all equal. So if you come late, you stay behind. And that's exactly what the gubernatorial candidate in Enugu State did. The PDP gubernatorial candidate. He stayed back because he knew that people came before him. It doesn't matter whether he's presidential or gubernatorial candidate or even a governor. But we reserve seat for you. The Bible said no. It's not good to reserve seat for a person because of their social status. And you say the man who came before them, maybe he has a lower social status, he should go to the back seat and vacate and sit in the front for someone who has a high social status. Even the scripture condemns it. And that was exactly what the man of God, the bishop, was doing. And so he received the backlash and heavy criticism, even from his church members and people of the Anglican faith. You've seen it. So these are the things we are saying. Please, religious leaders, restrain yourself from this materialism. Please. It has doomed the church, honestly speaking. And it is wreaking more havoc in the Christendom. If not checked, it will completely, destroy the purpose of church.